time is 9 o'clock. I call the meeting to order. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any amendments to the agenda?
Can we recess at 9:30 before we start budget hearings so we can have a quick personnel meeting? Like 15-minute break.
Recess and start budget meetings at 9:45 or something?
Would that work?
Yeah, why is the personnel meeting need to be so urgent?
Don't know.
Tess called it.
Oh, okay.
She emailed us a couple days ago.
Sure.
So budget 9:45.
Okay.
Otherwise, everything else stays in order.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good. Motion to approve the amended agenda.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. Minutes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. It's carried. At this time, the public is welcome to address the county board on any matter of county concern. When invited to speak, please state your name, address, and the topic you are addressing. Members of the public may speak respectfully for up to 2 minutes. The public comment period is limited to a total of 15 minutes. County board members may ask or answer questions of the speaker, but issues shall not be debated during the public comment period. At the board's discretion, the board may agree to schedule matters addressed during the public period on the current board agenda or on a future board agenda. All discussions must be civil in nature and must be directed at the board, not at other members of the public. Any discussions regarding employee or department performance are not allowed and should be taken up with the Human Resources Department or appropriate department head. Does anyone wish to address the board?
Brian Van Gorp, Yucatan Township. Let's review where we're at for a minute. And you can't make this stuff up. There are at least 5 complaints on mining in this county have been filed and are waiting for a response. Some of these have been submitted months ago, were properly filed with specific issues. The ordinance says that prompt response is required. Does several months with no response meet that criteria? The Planning Commission, County Board, and Planning and Zoning Departments have all misrepresented facts and took actions in permitting that were not legal. There has been documented discrimination and retaliation in the permitting process. Wouldn't it be better to just start living within the ordinances and statutes? The Planning Commission voted 4-2 against recommending enforcement of mining ordinances. Is it even legal to vote against enforcement of current law? Miners and citizens in this county do not know what the future holds for mining of construction and agricultural materials because the entire state of mining in this county is in shambles due to lack of enforcement and no clear policy. Wouldn't it be better to have a clear and transparent policy that was enforced? Luckily, the citizens have now proposed a text amendment ordinance that allows a way out of this mess. It clears up the confusion and conflicts so the county can move forward again, meeting the construction and agricultural needs of the miners and the citizens of this county. It also protects citizens' rights. Will you pass this ordinance and restore order to Houston County governance? How did it become the job of concerned citizens to police planning and zoning in this county? Isn't that your job? Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bruce Kimiko from Caledonia. I believe it was 2 weeks ago at your meeting, that you made a motion and you all unanimously agreed that you would bring forth a little trip down to the Bronzeville siding proposed construction area. And that hopefully a Canadian Pacific Rail representative would be there to help explain the project. I was looking forward to trekking out there with you today, but apparently that's not happening unless it's going to happen now, after the meeting. Do we know when that meeting will happen, that trip?
I was talking to Rick the other day,
Yeah.
and that'll get postponed. We got budgeting stuff and things going on,
Okay.
but it's still on the agenda. I have yet to hear from CP Rail, and I don't think he has yet either. So
Okay, okay,
when we know, you'll know.
okay. Thank you very much.
Does anyone else wish to address the board? If not, we will resume with our agenda. Sam.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Just wanted to give you a brief update on what the EDA has been up to. So this last couple weeks we've been preparing for the Houston County Fair, which was this last weekend. We had a good turnout. We had a decent, like a really beautiful booth put together, and I think that went well. We've also been working with a couple of local businesses to work out some gap financing solutions, and we think that we're coming close to being able to move forward with those as well. We were involved a little bit with the negotiations with Tacticam in Houston County, and I'm still waiting to hear on how that's going. But as soon as I hear more, I will let you know. So,
I think City of Caledonia has found a property or a location for Tacticam. Is that correct?
Yep. As far as I know, I think they definitely made the proposal, and they've been in contact with Tacticam. I'm not sure if they've found, like, if they've set aside property yet or not. I know there was land in discussion, about 7 acres.
Okay. So it's basically in discussions yet?
I think it is. I think it's still in discussion. I haven't heard anything permanent or anything more solid than that.
Okay.
So,
How are our existing EDA loans performing?
they're performing.
They are?
Yep. I want to check in with one of the businesses that we have that recently announced their closing. I'm fairly certain that Alpine has paid up, but I want to clear that up. So
Okay.
otherwise, that's
Good to hear.
so. Any other questions?
I have none.
All right.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you very much.
And, okay. We're up with Sam next.
Yeah, if you want to move in, take a motion to move into closed session.
Surely. Do we have a motion?
Motion to move into closed session per MS 13D.05 subdivision 3.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we are in closed session.
I'll make a motion to come out of closed session.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. Carried.
Now, if it was Tess, we'd be here for another half. With the same sentence. No, she does a good job. Mm-hmm.
How do you want that? Who's straight signatures per week? I, you know,
Oh, it's from that?
who's the straight?
I think it's in her signatures, it isn't.
Maybe. I doubt it. I would.
I'm out of here if that happens.
Okay, Sam, do you have a statement at all for press, or is that?
No, not at this time.
Okay. All right. Tess?
Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning.
Just briefly, Mary Marshall, the Public Health Director, will not be joining us this morning. However, she and I have met and talked, and we've had some turnover in the WIC peer counselors, and do not have a pool of applicants at this time, and would like to get your approval for a pool of that to advertise for WIC peer counselor, one or more depending upon what her needs are. These are all externally funded grant by a state or federal grant.
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. That's carried.
Thank you very much. I'll
Thank you.
communicate that to Director Marshall.
Okay, consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Is there a second? Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. That's carried. Highway Department building, I have nothing to report myself. And I think we're looking at probably getting started
Yeah, no, the fair's
coming
over with.
week. Yeah, please. Okay. Commissioner reports. Commissioner Storley, would you like to start, please?
Sure, but I don't remember where I've been. I don't think I had anything this last week. I worked at the fair, and other than that, I have to check my calendar. Nope, that's it for me.
Okay.
You were at city council meeting, right?
Yep.
Anything happen?
They passed the rezoning of the land.
We can't hear you. You have to speak up.
Sorry, they passed the rezoning of the county property last night.
Where was that at, Judy?
Yeah.
Where?
Oh,
Well-
for the 20 acres at the city council meeting last night.
Commissioner Zimieski.
Not much. I did have it wasn't a meeting per se, but did have a conversation with Dave Walters, who I know had just walked in just a few minutes ago. I don't know if anybody else had talked to him, but he had some concerns, obviously. The fact that he lives right by where CP Rail is looking at going in, and he had some concerns, obviously, with safety and things like that coming up down the road for, obviously his family, but the future families that live there or whatnot. And I had talked to him about, when we do talk about that, and that comes up again, to obviously address those issues. And he had mentioned, obviously being on the TEP panel and looking at it from a I guess a TEP panel side is one thing, with the wetlands there, but then for him as a personal issue was the
As a
safety thing.
landowner adjoining.
Yeah. So I said, when that discussion comes up,
Yeah, it was mentioned today at committee.
Yeah.
That, I can see that as being somewhat of an issue.
Yeah, and he had made a suggestion, obviously, if things went more towards the south of there. But anyway, I just told him that when that discussion comes up, obviously we'll be looking at that, and involve him or whatnot when that time comes.
He talked to me too.
Good.
Yep.
Okay. Commissioner Walter.
No, I went up for the EDA booth and took up stuff from La Crescent for the door prizes, but that was my only.
Mm-hmm.
And
Commissioner
I
Shelley?
also attended the fair and took a turn in the EDA booth myself, and
Okay, good.
the fair was good.
Yeah, I was at the county auction, in attendance at the fair also, I guess, but
How the county auction?
working bingo.
How did
It
it
was
go?
a small auction.
I
And I
mean,
can't
did it all
remember
get
what-
sold, or is there anything left over? Or did it get sold?
Everything sold that was brought there. There were some items left over from prior year that did not sell that we resurrected and tried to sell again, but no, I think we're going to contribute those to environmental services, and they'll just go away.
I mean, what
School desks.
Yeah. So then, how does that work? Do you know, Shar, legally? Like, if it's government equipment or whatnot, and you've tried to sell it unsuccessfully, you try to sell it. I mean, can you then just give it away or do whatever? Right?
Dispose of it.
Yeah.
dispose of it, but you can't give it to a private entity, can you?
That I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Nobody wants it.
Well,
Right,
that's the
they-
thing that,
we
you've
couldn't
had
give 'em
fair
away.
option
Mhm.
to do it, that
I
now
think
it's just
we-
kind of,
We did our best.
right,
Yeah.
right. It's not like you just gave it right away, you gave opportunity for somebody to take it.
There's no value if nobody wants it.
So
No.
at this point, we're disposing of it.
They're old school desks, individual school desks with, and an arm and a desk platform in front. They're not in very good condition. There's probably a good dozen of them. They're just recycled material. Metal, the metal legs, take the desk portion off, and recycle the metal, and that's about all you can do.
Sure.
Okay. Claims, human services and license center disbursements. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the claims.
I'll second it.
Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. That's carried. Approve the medical examiner contract for 16 and 17.
Motion to approve the medical examiner contract for 2016 and 2017.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. That's carried. Okay. And I think we can, go into a recess? You have a meeting?
Yes.
Okay. Recess?
For 15 minutes, or?
Yeah, 9:45 is budget. Pardon me?
Don't we get to know what happened in the closed session?
Yeah, you're required to.
I will, I'll give you, for fraction, that was my error. This was a closed session, had to do with some litigation involving Houston County. And frankly, I'm not sure if it involves a current or former employee. Because it happened a while ago. And it's something that the county's insurer is happening, and it's handling for us. And I just received an update on the ongoing litigation.
Anything else? We move, okay, we have a motion, I guess? We need a motion to go into recess?
Motion to recess.
Until 9:45. Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. We are in recess until 9.